April 20th, 2022, you're watching the Running Report show on FanHub TF. I'm Joshua Potts, he's Aaron Potts.
And we're here to give you running news presented for and by the culture.
Hey Aaron, we had another exciting weekend of track and field, and really from coast to coast. I'm talking about from Mt.SAC Relays to Tom Jones. Super exciting, especially for these young athletes in the 100.
Most definitely, bro. And you can't forget about Jasmine Camacho-Quinn dropped a 12:39 this week. Allyson Felix, this is her last season. She's doing it for women. So it was just great to be able to witness that live and in person.
Then we got our Bell Lab question, which is a question that comes from you guys. We got responses coming from y'all from Instagram. So stick around the end to see if your response was featured on this week's Running Report show. We got 4 topics, 4 questions, and 4 laps to go. Let's get into it. With 4 laps to go, let's start off right here with the 100. We already know that's the main event on the track, every single track meet you go to, and that's exactly what we had this weekend here on the outdoor season in both sides of the country, on both coasts. First in the Mt.SAC Relays, where we saw Lane Thompson go out there run a 10.88 for a world lead, and I was like, that's fire. That's one of the best performances we've seen. But we saw a lot of young talents from Terry biking across the line, winning that race in a 10.77. Michael Williams from Oregon running that 9.83. It was a little windy, but that 9.83 definitely get there. Matt Boling, first time ever going sub 10. Devontae Burnett, Melissa Jefferson, Ariane Knight, and the list can go on of young talent, people under 22 doing their thing. And since we talking 100, we had to bring back Anson Henry. He did a great job last week. 100, 200 guy from Canada. You know him, you know the name, unconventional track and field voice. You feel me? Doing this thing. So I gotta ask Aaron and Anson, like, which young athlete, which track and field young athlete, 100 runner had the most impressive performance here early season in the 100?
This was a hard one. Like you said, we were talking off the cuff about it, and there was just so many amazing performances, and it's great to always see, you know, these young athletes really doing their thing. But first off, I want to start off with TT. Let's just talk about the field that was there at Mt.SAC. You know, amazing meet. She beat Javon Oliver. She beat Aaliyah Hobbs. She beat Gabby Thomas. She beat Tiana Daniels. She beat Brianna Williams, and like she won pretty decisively as well. And like you said, she motorbiked all over the whole field. And on top of that, we had Sha'carri Richardson, like a UFC fighter. Y'all didn't know this if you weren't at Mt.SAC, just there watching.
I didn't know she was there. I didn't know she was there. She was scouting. Yo, Sha'carri, I'm riding with you, man. I know you're holding back right now, but you're plotting. Like that.
Yeah, somebody I knew at the meet came up to me and he was like, yeah, Sha'carri's here. I asked her when she gonna race next, and she said, I'm not gonna tell you. So I like
pop up on the scene. I like that. She's gonna pop up on the scene. Yo, I feel like she's plotting, man. She got something in store, but she's just biding her time, yo.
And she has competition.
Is that who you're rocking with though, TT Terry, for your pick, most impressive 100 runner from the weekend, Aaron?
I'm gonna pick TT Terry, but I also want to, you know, give props to Julian Alfred too, another woman running 1098, you know, on the collegiate scene. And she ran 7:04 to get the NCAA record in the 60. I believe she took 5th. She took 5th at NCAA's. Not much love going towards her way, but on that collegiate level, always interesting to see somebody go under 11, especially when we got Abby Steiner out here running 1092 in a negative headwind. So maybe she does have some competition that we're not really talking about much. So I'm interested to see how that's going to develop too.
Yeah, definitely is going to be interesting. But let's not forget Melissa Jefferson. Melissa Jefferson beat Julian Alfred in that final in the 60 meters, and she ran 11 flat. Like she looking dangerous. Coastal Carolina, she gonna do her thing. But Anson, what about you this weekend? A lot of amazing performances from young athletes. Who are you rocking with?
You know, it would be interesting to ask Aaliyah Hobbs what TT Terry and Abby Steiner felt like, and get her judgment as far as who is the one to watch out for. I don't know how she's gonna feel about answering the question about maybe two or worse, but I'm just saying, like, she has perspective because she raced both of them. I think with certain sprinters, when they have tailwinds behind them, they actually run better. TT's, you know, she's a smaller woman, she's fairly light, might sail with the wind behind her a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But 10-7's fast, and the people she beat are fast. And I think with how she finished the World Junior Championship, she was supposed to win, came second to Brianna Williams, who's in that race as well. But she seems to be coming into her own and might be due for a good performance, like a real legit performance, and really make a stab at making that U.S. team. So it was still impressive when you see 10-7, but I think I don't know. I need to see another one. But I mean, another USC athlete that I'm looking at is Devontae Burnett. Very silent killer. Very, very quiet with his arms and his legs, but the times don't lie. If you remember, he won the NCAA Indoor Championships, which was kind of a surprise. But with Micah false starting and not making the final, it kind of opened the door for him. But I don't think anyone looked at him as a 60-meter specialist. He ran the entire 60 after a false start, which most people would throw them out of their race. Came back and still won it. You know what I'm saying? And then now he's running 9.9. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Out of lane 8, he ran that 9.9 the other day, and he doesn't seem to be rattled by anything. He doesn't really have any emotions. Doesn't show any. He's kind of like Kawhi Leonard. He shows no emotion. He just does what he does. He was very impressive. But I did some thinking about Matthew Boling, and he already won his NCAA Indoor Championships, you know what I'm saying, in the 200, but he may realize that outdoors is what's really going to matter for him, especially, I don't think he's going to go back to college next year. So you run well in the USA, at Oregon, Great White Hope, you put it down, make the team. He has an opportunity to make some serious money this summer, especially if he can make the Worlds team and end up on the podium for Worlds. So he might be building just to that. I don't think he really cared about indoors. He ran all right indoors, but you run a 9.98 now, he might be a problem. So, but Micah, I gotta talk about all of them. Micah running that 9.8, 2.5 is
big tailwind though.
2.5 isn't that much though. It's
not.
It's over the allowable, but it's not TT's wind. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You're getting kind of close to the 2.0, so that's still a 9.9 low run. You know what I'm saying? If you have, and he's heavy. I don't know how much wind affects him. You know what I'm saying?
How much does it matter? How much does it matter that or do you think about like Michael Williams was in that pro heat and Devontae Burnett, he was more in that collegiate heat? Do you think that makes Devontae? Yeah, does that make their performances more impressive that they weren't in a pro field?
With that being said, Micah's performance is better. He beats the big names. You know what I'm saying? Well, fairly big names. I mean, some respectable people. But the thing is, when you catch the pros at a meet like Mt.SAC when it's in April, you're not really catching the pros when they're at their peak. You know what I'm saying? So he beats some big names, but a lot of them guys aren't even ready yet. A lot of them guys like their first real race of the season, first or second, third, very early for them. So I want to say it's good for him to beat those big names, but at the same time, those pros aren't at their best right now. So I think for those two, you just look at the clock, and I want to know when they're going to clash. I want to know when Micah's going to end up racing Matthew. I want to know when Micah's going to end up racing Devontae. I don't know if it's going to end up late in the season, but if it's happening, I want to know ahead of time so I can catch that, because I want to get a good indication of what's going to happen. Because Joseph Ambele hasn't even run yet either, from Florida. So there's some names out there. Sean Maswanganya. There's some people out there in the men's 60 and NCAA, man.
Yeah, but we'll get Micah versus Devontae at Pac-12s coming up soon once they have conference and everything. But the one youngin we didn't mention, we failed to mention, was Arion Knighton. I won't go into it too deep, but hey, dude beat Noah Lyles, and he a 200 runner, and he beat him in the 100, ran 10:01. He about to go under 10. This kid's 18 years old. He's definitely on his way. And some person that really paved their way last year and really took a stamp into the women's 100 meters hurdles was Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, which is an amazing season. She got gold at the Olympics and really just continuing that. Me and Aaron, we were at Mt.SAC this past weekend, and we saw Kendra Harrison, Tonia Marshall battling out, running the 1 and 2 fastest times in the world. That's what we thought on the West Coast. But then all the way on the East Coast, Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, Nia Ali, Grace Stark were running super amazing times over there. But Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, she's definitely on top. She went out and really dominated, 12:39 world lead. So, but I just gotta ask you guys, who's gonna dethrone Camacho-Quinn? Because she virtually looks unstoppable, even though we got like the world record holder, Tonia Marshall, and so many people that look great, but she looks virtually unstoppable, Anson.
You gotta remember, the defending world champion is Nia Ali. She took a little break.
Yep.
The kid, but she's shown what she could do coming back off of a kid. She came back off of a kid to win world championships. You know what I'm saying? She's 9 months after, her last baby, and she still ran 12:59. Was it? It was 12:59,
Yes.
right? I don't think I think she's building towards a couple months from now. I think that she's just kind of finding her way. For her to run 12:5 right now, I think she's dangerous because she's going to compete well when the lights are on. She always does, whether it's USA's, whether it's Worlds. When she's not a favorite, she comes through. You know what I'm saying? And I think Camacho-Quinn knows that. She's beat Camacho-Quinn at those big races, whether it's Worlds or whether it's getting one of the medals at the Olympics or anything like that. So Nia's a gamer. She's the defending world champion. She's not afraid. I feel like she feels like she just lent the 100-meter hurdle crown to Camacho-Quinn for a little while. So you gotta do your thing. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? And she's back now. So it's like, okay, when the time is right, I'm gonna remind you who I am. And I'm going with Nia, man. But Tania Marshall did look good though, and she's new.
Aaron, you talked to the world record holder after Mt.SAC, bro. So Kenny Harrison, she's definitely looking to do some damage too.
Yeah, talking to Ken Harrison, she was upset. Like, she was not happy about her performance. She don't like losing it, and I think she's tired of getting Olympic Games silver medalist, world championship silver medalist. Like, those are great accomplishments, but this is a world record holder. Like, she wants to finally get her gold medal, and for her to get that gold medal in USA's, that would be amazing. That would be finally like the cherry on top of her career. She deserves it. Like 12:20. Like, her story of not making the Olympics and then setting that world record is incredible. But like you said, Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, 12:39 to open up. That's moving. But I still think Kendra Harrison, we can't stop talking about her. She's still the world record holder, the Olympic Games silver medalist. Like, she got silver to Nia Ali at the last world championships they raced in, I believe. So
Yes.
I think I can see her. I think I can see her taking it. I can see her getting back to form, and she's gonna be right up there.
Why can't Katie go up in big
That's what
races?
Joshua was
What's up
saying.
with that, man? It's a thing.
And
it's a thing.
that's
now.
the only thing.
You
That's
run
the only
12:20.
thing.
Yeah, you got to perform when it matters, man. I'd have trouble riding with her, man, because big races, where are you?
But Nia Ali's clutch. Nia Ali is definitely clutch. Like, she shows up, and I feel like Tonia Marshall is gonna be someone that's gonna give Nia Ali is gonna give Kendra Harrison problems once it comes to USA's. Tonia Marshall is gonna give her even more problems, and then Camacho-Quinn to overcome that. I honestly don't see anyone overcoming that hill this year.
Tough,
Like,
man.
honestly, I feel like she's different. She's running different, and that 12:20, I think that's what she's coming for. She ain't like. The win at Eugene's cool, but the 12:20, I think that's what Jasmine Camacho-Quinn coming for, to be honest.
Yeah.
We'll see, man. But hey, the hurdles are gonna be exciting. It's always exciting. There's always some people. They always battle. You know what I'm saying? Always. So I'm excited about that race, man.
Now, with 2 laps to go, Aaron, we gotta bring up this. Last week, like right before we recorded this episode, Allyson Felix announced that she's gonna run her final season in track and field. We couldn't get into last week's bell lap, but we gotta get in this one. This is the queen of track and field. Aaron announced her farewell season per se, and then this past weekend she ran her final race at Mt.SAC. But in her post from Instagram, she went out basically saying that she's given everything I have to running, and for the first time, I'm not sure if I have anything left to give. I want to say goodbye and thank you to the sport and people who have helped shape me the only way I know how, with one last run. She went on further to say in her Instagram post, "This season I'm running for women. I'm running for a better future for my daughter. I'm running for you." It was really just touching, to be honest. She also has a lot of initiatives going in place with her company SAOSH and just with SAOSH, and so many things that she's going to do for women this year that she going on to announce. She just announced yesterday actually that she has maternity shoes coming out for pregnant women because their feet kind of like they swell up during like pregnancy and everything. So she's doing a lot of things than just running this year on the track. It's exciting to see her. Aaron, you got to interview her at the Mt.SAC Relays after her 4x4 with Shamir Little, Delilah Muhammad, and Thing Mo with her final lap ever at Mt.SAC Relays. It was just great to be in that stadium for her last time around the track.
Yeah, great to really just be in the presence of a real GOAT. You know what I mean? A real GOAT track athlete, like the greatest American track athlete of all time. Like low key, I mean, there's a lot you gotta compare against Jesse Owens, but she up there. She up there in that air. But I was honestly surprised. Like, boy, some things I was surprised about her was like just asking her about world champs and things like that. And really, like, her focus isn't on the world champs. Like, I was looking through like comments from our interview. You should check that out on YouTube. But like, people were commenting. They're like, yo, so she's not gonna run world champs. People are assuming that she's not even gonna go run world champs. And I was like, huh, man, that's actually a real possibility. Like, is she even gonna try and qualify for world champs, or are we just gonna see her at some keynote races? I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think it was really interesting during that interview. She was talking about how like she was really considering, and she's talking about in that Mt.SAC Relays interview that you can see on YouTube, that she was considering not coming back. Like, it was a hard decision for her to do it again, but I think all these initiatives that she's going to be in, announcements that she has for women, is one of the real reasons to bring attention to that. And she flat out said that like world championships is not the reason. I think it'll be a cherry on top. And the fact that you asked her the question, like, are you just doing like keynote races and races that are memorable to you? And she brought up to the point, like, if I need something to get tuned up or be faster, I'll do some other race. So that's how you just know that she always has that competitive mindset that like, hey, if I can make world champs and run out Eugene one more time, even on the relay, like, she gonna do it. So like, it's really just gonna be awesome and cool to see. Like, we're gonna get like a real like farewell season, you know what I mean? Just her just going to the track, everyone giving her stuff and just hyping her up everywhere she goes.
That's what our track and field athletes really deserves. That's definitely what Allyson deserves. But she has definitely like put herself in a place where she has like completely changed the game in so many aspects, being like one of the first successful athletes to come straight from high school, creating her own brand, everything that she went through, getting dropped by Nike for being pregnant, then coming back to the Olympics, medaling. Like, she's done so many amazing things in her career. So just happy that we get to send her off the right way.
We got one more question to go, one more lap, our bell lap question, and then we'll get you guys out of here. And this time we did a little bit of different. So we asked the question on our Instagram story. We did a poll, and then we have you guys to respond. So for this week, we asked the question, should there be a U.S. championship at Mt.SAC? 87% of you guys said, yeah, bro, bring it to SoCal. And 13% of y'all said, nah, we don't need that. So, Aaron, I really want to bring the question to you, and let's start talking about it. Should there be a U.S. championship at Mt.SAC, bro? They just renovated the stadium. Hummer Law just looking nice. We were there, bro. I'm all like, I don't know who voted against this, to be honest with you.
I don't know how you could vote against this being at Mt.SAC. Like, where else could it really be? Like, I look at some of these reasons, like, bro, fast track, SoCal is hot, and the number one reason, we got to get SoCal ready for the Olympics. In 2028, this is where the Olympics are going to be. You see all the efforts we putting in for Hayward. You know, we got to do the same thing in this LA area, because if we could bring that energy and that hype, and there's already energy and hype in LA. Like, we grew up during club here. We know that is a hotbed for track and field, and we need to put it on notice more, you know what I mean? And like, come on, I'm gonna have to call this person out right here. I'm not gonna call you by your name, but you know who you are. Saying moving it from Hayward means we should move it to the East Coast. Where though?
This is my thing about that statement right there, because he's forgetting that like y'all got indoor meets. Y'all got Milrose. Y'all got those championships every single year in the U.S. I know it was in the podium this year, but like that often happens. That's over in Staten Island. It's over there. Like you guys got those East Coast. I'm sorry, no one wants to be in the East Coast in the summer. You want to go to Icon Stadium? They only got one side. I'm just saying that they only got one side. I'm just saying, bro. So like maybe they could bring in some more stands. That ain't even gonna fill up everybody else. So let's just bring it on to the West Coast. And this is the first time we had 5 world leaders here at Himmerlarge Stadium this year. We had 5 stadium records just from the first time. We had 5 relay records ran there, and we had 1 national record as well in the hammer throw from Cameron Rogers. Like, so like it's just proven just 1 year with this new stadium that like with fans there that Himmerlarge can do some damage. So I just know that if we can have this there, like it'll be crazy, right? It'll be crazy.
Like, bro, we've had the championships in Iowa, in Des Moines, Iowa, man.
Like, who going to Des Moines? No offense to anybody from Des Moines who likes Des Moines, but who going to Des Moines for vacation?
No shade to my people, but hey, Des Moines, like that ain't a vacation, bro. No.
Like no one wants to fly out to go to U.S. championships in Des Moines, Iowa, but for Southern California, say less, bro.
California knows how to party.
Hey,
what other song? We got California Love. California knows how to party. I'm going back to Cali. Come on, man. Come on, Cali swag. Teach me how to Dougie. Like,
I don't know a song about Eugene.
Hey, shout out Hayward though.
Hey, let me get out of here before we get in trouble, bro. We love Eugene, you know, Eugene. Hayward cool. That's the coolest track we've ever been to. Prefontaine classes. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Coolest track we've ever been to. But I'm just saying we need to bring this to that same energy to SoCal because I think it would be fire. I just think it would be fire. But let's get out of here before we get in trouble, bro. Let's get out of here before we get in trouble.
Most definitely, man. We love that Hayward magic is different though, but hey, that LA, man, LA different too. We just gotta share the love a little bit. That's all.
Most definitely. But we'll catch y'all next week on the Running Report Show. Thanks for sticking with us. Hey, make sure you comment down below. Make sure you subscribe, share with somebody, all that stuff. And make sure you comment, bro. We really want to hear what you guys got to think about the men's 100, the women's 100, women's 100 meter hurdles, all that, Mt.SAC, everything. Allyson Felix Allyson Felix's farewell tour and everything. Comment down below and let's talk about it. See y'all next week on the Running Report Show. Let's get it.